Welcome to another episode of GDC. We missed a week. Apologies for all you 3 listeners. Stuff came up. Stuff was about to come up again, but Dick just opened up the can of worms. We didn't know if we were going to be able to do it again this week, but we're dedicated people, all right? So
2 of us.
At least 66% of this is dedicated. Y'all can guess who isn't
Here.
again. Do you think he hasn't been here for about 30% of the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
And sometimes when he's here, we can't even post our podcast.
Yeah, there's still an episode out there in the universe that
episode?
that nobody's heard.
A episode? It was the best podcast. I'll tell you that.
Nobody would know.
Oh. All right, Dick. What you been up to? Because we haven't been at this for a while.
They never even heard the story about you stabbing me with a damn pencil.
That's one way to start a podcast. And I was going to start with some fights that happened last weekend, but we can start with that one if you want.
We can circle around back to that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope, because they're going to be like, what? I'd still do it to this day, by the way. So we missed a whole bunch. When you miss a week...
We didn't miss a whole bunch. We just haven't talked about a whole bunch.
We haven't talked about a whole bunch. We didn't miss anything. Usman Masvidal. Anybody see that coming?
No.
Kiss my ass. No, you didn't.
No.
No.
And no.
And guess what? Still love Masvidal. When he woke up, he was like, I admire that punch. That was awesome. Okay, I might have took a different approach.
Maybe he got hit so hard, maybe he recalled something from his childhood he didn't know, didn't remember. Because he wasn't there.
And then Joe Rogan's like, I don't like to interview people after they get knocked out. Hey, Masvidal, hey, walk us through it. Well, that was sweet punch. There I'm at. Yep, I'm asleep.
Well, what else could he really say about
Nothing. But still love Masvidal. Usman clearly has been practicing striking.
Right. Like I said, the last fight, I watched him fight.
Toast
I wanted to put my eyeballs out. I'm like, I went and got sandwiches.
Maybe. Do you remember when I was like, what is Ngannou going to even say in his corner? Oh, okay. Maybe y'all haven't learned something from each other.
Hey, well, he got his inner Francis out.
Those are two bad Africans right there.
And then you throw Adesanya in there for a third.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't go up. That's all.
Right. If you're dominating here, just stay there. Just stay right there.
Not everybody can be Amanda Nunes. Or Randy Couture. Or... Shit, is that it?
That's about it. That moved up and down. Did good in all of
No, Triple C. Yeah. What? Rose versus Whaley. Everybody called that butt meat. And I'm more of the MMA freak. I was just like I was, because I would have rooted for Rose. Would have picked Rose. Till she said that weird ass comment. And I'm like,
just a few weird comments.
You know, that Asian mentality, something, they're just going to put something in her.
Rose put something in her.
Yeah, she put...
she put a foot in her.
Rose said, I'll take that. Rose is bad. But they also, I mean, she's been there before. She doesn't know how to handle the hype. she freaks out. Did you ever see Rose before she cut her hair?
I don't think I ever have seen her before she cut her hair.
Google that. Because a lot of people are like, oh my God, she's married to a guy and all this. And I'm like, you haven't been an MMA fan very long, have you? That's the reason she cut her hair. Because people were like, oh, who's it? What's this girl going to do? I can tell you what she's going to do. She's going to send Wei Lee through the canvas.
That's a whole different thing going on there.
What you got going on? Let me see. Yeah.
She looks way different.
What? Because with her hair cut, she looks like that kid from Stand By Me. You know what I'm talking about? The main character?
Yeah. You talk about River Phoenix?
I know there was a Phoenix. I didn't want to say... I wanted to say Foxy Phoenix.
Foxy! The fuck? Foxy?
Did you try that yet?
No.
Want to. Well, we're going to here in a second. Chris Weidman.
Well, they have her compared to Paige Van Zandt on here, right there.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
They kind of look similar if you next to each other, honestly.
And I think that's why she cut her hair. I can't remember if that was the exact reason, but she did it for... What if you were Pat Barry? I don't know if you remember Pat Barry because you weren't too big in the MMA back in the Chuck Liddell days. Pat Barry was a bad mamma jamma. Muay Thai fighter, heavyweight. Kind of built like you, but a Muay Thai fighter. That's rare. Could you imagine? She went. She went.
Power to them kicks.
She went. Probably third most powerful kicker, I think, in that division, because it would be probably Crow Cop, then Brandon Vera. But how pissed would you be if you were Pat Barry and she went into the bathroom to go take a shower and she comes out looking like the kid from Stand By Me? I don't know that. What's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing? What did I do to you? Are you looking at Pat Barry? Yeah,
he's definitely a thicker fella.
Dude, he was bad. Muay Thai fighter.
But in this picture, kind of scared me. She don't look like she's old enough that they should be talking.
See, there's two things going on. One, he's juicing there, because that ain't what it looks like. Two, I can give him props, but then judge him at the... He kind of looks like a younger Rock. What are you doing?
You just made it scroll through like 75 pictures somehow.
He don't look like Rock there. Okay, he kind of looks like Rock, but then it looks like he's like doing a ventriloquist of a 8-year-old girl in his lap.
Yeah.
That's Rose. Chris Weidman, did you see that video?
Yeah. Sure did. Looked very eerily similar.
If we're going over old shit, it's because we didn't do it for a week. But the Chris Weidman video, even if you don't like MMA, go ahead and Google search that. It's going to be probably hard to find because they're trying to cut it back because it's nasty. How ironic is that's what Anderson Silva did it against him.
I know, that's why I said eerily similar.
Then he kicks, and he's
Did you
like,
see the
I'm still good.
Did you see the meme where it shows them kicking each other and then both breaking?
No, I have not. What's it say? You like Shin Brothers?
It doesn't even say no. I don't know if it even says anything.
Oh, but he kicks him, and then he goes to step back.
Oh, that's the worst part is when he tried to step. Like, there's nothing there to hold you, bub.
I know all about adrenaline. Because people are like, how can you get hit like that and keep going? It's like, don't really feel it unless it's like significant. That was nasty. And I'm still in debate. When he kicks him, and you know when he's going back, there's like a little red mark across that shin. I don't know if that's a crease or where the bone came out. Would you watch? So, you know what I'm talking about? Where he kicks, and there's like that Is that where
It just,
compound or is that
Oh,
just
it's
like a
snapped in-
crease?
no, that was like snapped in half because there was.
I know it snapped in half. Oh, I know it snapped in half. His X-ray looks identical to Blake's.
I'm trying to find that meme for you. Wait, we're talking.
So we figured out that John Jones didn't ask for $30 million to keep it on MMA. But he still, did you see that they're not fighting? Ngannou and John Jones?
They never even agreed in the first place, did they?
Well, they were supposed to fight, like,
I know everybody.
Dana came out and said that, yeah, that's a fight to make. Ngannou was asking for it. Supposedly John Jones was like, yeah, I'll do it. But now it's going to be my balls is hot. I love Ngannou.
Right.
But how do you go against my balls is hot? You can't. How do you go against that guy?
You bring some ice.
Derek Lewis is the man. Who you gonna vote for? Or vote for? Root for?
Vote for? I didn't know I had a vote. I mean,
you can vote.
I'd be making a lot more money if I had a vote for something.
2020.
Let's go with Derek. I'm gonna root for Derek Lewis.
I know. But then you're like, then you see Francis doing like a press tour. And you're like, how do I not root for this guy?
Even if you don't like,
he's 11 in this sand mines.
I mean, you gotta root for him just to see what he's gonna say afterwards.
His last fight, Dana, I don't want a title fight. What? Guess what? Your next fight, title fight. I don't want 5 rounds.
Well, he said he wanted a title fight, and then he said, "Shit, I'll do it for $8 million." Money talks. I ain't doing 5 rounds, but we're gonna give you this. How many rounds? 6, 5? What? We're doing? I'll do that. I'm good with that.
Well, shit, yeah. You do it for $8 million. No one's ever been paid $8 million to fight.
I wonder how much he is getting paid.
Dana White probably made it like. He probably made it clear that like I'll give you like $1 more than John Jones has ever made, just so you can say he was the second highest paid fighter to ever fight. Hopefully they're giving on Ngannou more than $500,000.
I would hope so. But you never
Stipe
know.
only made 1.2. Is that what it was?
I don't know something.
And he was the best heavyweight of all time. Oh. Did you see where Connor almost got in trouble because his doppelganger?
Yeah.
Did you see the doppelganger?
It looked like you.
That guys, if you haven't, look up the Connor look-alike drug dealer. If Connor just went on a meth binge for 6 months, that's him.
No, he's doing 3 years.
He's doing 3 years.
That dude, that wasn't.
Oh, they said he had a massive amount. They said he had a massive amount.
Stipe only made $750,000 for the fight. And Ngannou made $500,000.
For the best heavyweight of all time, made $750,000. And then you got Ben Askren going in there and be like, just punch me in the face, bro.
Right.
And he made how much? 500 plus pay-per-view?
Right. That's why everybody's going to start doing that.
Oh, yeah? Chad Johnson's boxing on the next. See that?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
So, on my birthday, June 6th.
I even follow him on Twitter and I didn't see nothing.
So, Logan Paul's fighting Mayweather, right? June 6th. Chad Johnson's the undercard.
That makes me laugh. He's going to run around everywhere. He's going to fight like Mayweather.
Get this. Matt Barnes says, I'll fight you. Chad, go. Run. Go. Do you want to fight Matt Barnes?
No.
He fought people in the court. He didn't care. Chad Johnson avoided people on a contact sport. Matt Barnes is like, I'll fight you right here, center court. Who would you put your money on?
Pretty sure he was going to kill Derek Fisher.
Matt Barnes, if you look at him crooked, he's like, what are you doing? What's up? Let's go. Who would you put your money on? Because we all know Chad Johnson's listed as 6'3", maybe 5'11". Matt Barnes, what was he, like 6'7"?
Something like that.
Hey, Caleb, Google. How tall's Matt Barnes?
6'7".
Oh, okay. Caleb's not here. He is 6'7"?
Yep.
So he's probably 6'6", 6'5"?
No, he's probably 6'7". Basketball, they usually don't embellish.
That's if you're in the 7 foot range. You're like, put me in an inch shorter. So
Chad Johnson is 6'1", 192.
No.
That's what he's listed as.
But he's not. 6'1", maybe with shoes. Maybe some the old school Doc Martens.
The cleats.
192 is out of the question. Again, he's been right here drinking a beer, and not 192.
I've met Chad Johnson.
Was he 192 pounds? No. No, not at all. And then you got Lamar Odom and the little Backstreet Boys' younger brother. What's his name?
Aaron Carter?
Yeah. Have you seen their sparring videos?
I've seen Aaron Carter's and it was awful.
Lamar Odom's is worse.
Yeah, but Lamar Odom's probably got a reach. He can just keep him away from me.
I think he's just trying to fight to get more money to overdose again at the Bunny Ranch. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, hell. What else
It says
happened?
Aaron Carter's 6 foot. Lamar Odom's 6'11" or
I was going to say 6'9", 6'10".
6'10". It's going to be a slight reach advantage.
Yeah. But Logan Paul and Mayweather, there was only like a 2-inch reach advantage.
Logan Paul's like 6'3", isn't he?
Did you see their press conference? Did you?
I've seen bits of it.
Yeah. So, Floyd Mayweather's trash talk is...
6'2".
His Mayweather's trash talk is trash.
Yeah. But he did get his hat stolen.
I'm sorry. That shit was hilarious. Stole your hat, haha. It just takes off. Legit. That's funny. I don't care who you are.
The weirdest part about everything is Floyd Mayweather having all the facial hair and the hair on the top of his head.
That
Once he
looked
took the
like
hat off.
Velcro. Because you know that's all. He just did that, right?
It just looks funny.
You didn't know that?
That he did what?
He had the cul-de-sac. He just had it implanted, and he couldn't grow facial hair.
I don't know.
So it got
was funny.
implanted, and then 50 Cent chimed in on Twitter and was like, bro, I know you got new hair, but this shit just looks like you glued your pubes to your head.
I just...
Because, did you see that brawl they got into with the hat thing?
Yeah.
When they had, like, still photos, it looks like straight up Walmart Velcro shoes on his head and his face. I'm like, dude, you're worth how much?
I just found out today, I didn't know 50 Cent was a Golden Glove boxer.
Okay. That's news to me. 2, if he throws a punch like he throws a baseball,
Oh, that was bad.
I don't know who he was boxing. You can't be that athletic and throw a ball like that. If you want to see the most trash thing ever in sports, Google 50 Cent throwing out the first pitch. My 6-year-old daughter would have done better.
It looks like... His hair looks like Heinz Field after they played in the rain.
Right. Yes. It looked like our old Pee Wee football. Remember where you had to dodge the mole holes at West Side?
Or the hills.
Yeah. You're just hoping not to spring a knee. Yeah. That's what it looked. Yeah.
So it looks like a football field.
Yes,
all
it
chewed up.
looks. Yeah, his You know what it looks like? LeBron James's hairline like 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah. Before or after?
Okay, LeBron.
When he sprays it or when he doesn't spray it?
I don't know what Space Jam 2 is going to do. I don't. They perform miracles because I seen the trailer and I'm like,
it's a CGI movie.
I'm like,
Bugs Bunny ain't really there. They can do whatever they want to his hair.
It's more impressive that they made the hairline look like that than Bugs Bunny being next to him. Because LeBron James's hairline just a year ago looked like the Virgin Islands.
Oh, he definitely needs to shave it.
And his teammates are like, bro, your hairline's melting.
What would he look like bald?
Why not?
I said, what would he look like?
I'm
not saying he should shave
Is his wife going to divorce him? No.
He's worth billions.
Yeah.
With a B.
You say he's worth billions or half a billion?
He's worth about $1 billion, not more than one.
I thought he wasn't quite there yet.
I think he just passed it.
Either way.
Keep talking. I'll Google.
I can't.
Because
Caleb.
Caleb.
Caleb! Oh, he can't hear us.
No.
He's at home. Thanks, Caleb. He ain't worth $1 billion. I know he's working on it. His net worth? Is that what you're looking at? Mm-hmm. It ain't $1 billion.
LeBron James will surpass $1 billion in career earnings in 2021.
I mean that don't shock me, but I knew he wasn't.
So he's very close. He's not quite there.
Last year
close.
I knew he wasn't. Can you hand me that wooden bill?
This?
Yeah. Can you hand me that? Don't just treat that.
It's pretty tasty.
I know it is. Is that the pot? Not pot. Pot still.
Yes.
Hey. Oh, speaking of pot.
You just said no. Now you said speaking of pot. Did you smoke a little pot before the show?
Did I, Nick? Good question. I'm glad you went there, because you have no idea where I'm going with this. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I have never indulged. Ohio is supposedly soon. When I say soon, maybe like next year. How do you think it's going to affect me?
It's not.
It's not going to affect me?
Then
why people do it then?
Oh, you mean how's it going to affect you if you smoke it?
Yeah.
I thought how is legalizing going to affect you? I'm like, it's not that I know of. How will it affect you? It depends. But I think you will. One time, I may have indulged.
They didn't hear you. What happened?
One of the times I may have indulged.
What? What happened?
I laughed so hard for hours straight. My insides hurt for the next 3 days. Like literally hurt. I think that's what it's going to do to you. Somebody's going to like fart. And you won't be able to breathe for 32 minutes.
I'm sorry, but you fart and I get pissed. So,
yeah, but on that you're going to laugh. Just the noise is going to make you laugh for 32 minutes. You may gag in the middle of it, but you're not going to stop laughing.
I'm sorry, but farts make me laugh regardless until yours. Then
you just don't laugh at mine.
It's like Hiroshima up my nostrils.
No, it's not. They're not that bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
What was I going to say before? What? How the hell did we get on pot?
Because you said, is that pot distilled?
Oh, yeah. It is.
And
no, I didn't
yes.
ask if it was. I said it was. This is good shit. So, if you're bourbon drinkers, Woodinville, pot distilled, good stuff. Can you go an hour and a half without doing? Did you downgrade? That looks like an iPod instead of that VCR you've been
The
puffing
same
from.
damn one.
Hitty Jack, tell me. Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, because this is a VCR this big.
That's smaller than normal.
The entire time we've done this podcast, this is the one I've had.
Well, maybe I smoked fine. What was I going to say?
Can you go an episode without drinking bourbon or
Oh,
beer?
speaking of... I did. A couple times.
Without drinking any bourbon or beer.
Yeah?
Do we need to do it?
Oh, you said or. I think you meant bourbon and beer. Yeah. Shut up. Why are you judging me? Speaking of judge.
Who was judging who first? I'm son of a bitch.
Speaking of judge, you see Bieber's dreads are racist?
That Justin Bieber's racist?
No, his dreads.
No, I didn't know he had dreads.
They're offensive. What's it say? Culturally something. Because he's growing dreads.
Hippies have been doing it for a long time.
I'm like, hey, I live in Ohio. There's a little place called Yellow Springs where Dave Chappelle still lives. No. At this point, you can't. Oh, you're lucky you don't live in this day and age when you were wearing FUBU. Bro, you would have been canceled. You wouldn't have had a chance to have a podcast.
It says dreads started in India.
Yeah. Did you see what I was talking about, though? What's it? I'm blanking on the actual term. So I don't use the term racist. Culturally...
Insensitive?
No, shit. Whatever it is, it's just ridiculous. People just want to talk shit about anything these days.
Well, duh.
Oh, hell.
A cultural appropriation accusation.
Yes. What was that?
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, well, that's a whole lot of syllables I did not want to say.
Yeah, you would have never guessed that.
But all that reminds me of the Zach Wilson. Did you see that video of him getting scared when your boy, Jamar Chase, he thought he was like either throwing up gang signs or something. I think like this means like I love you or something. Is that what that means?
Well,
I hope that's what it means, and I'm not about to get canceled. Because it had like 4 guys, and first of all, we'll get to your boy Chase. He's said a lot of dumb shit already. He did like one of these, he was like, and then Zach Wilson was next to him and goes, it just starts backpedaling. He was scared to death because it was him, and then like
he did go to a Mormon college.
and then he was like, and then there was like 3 other black guys. I can't look up the video of Zach Wilson being scared of Jamar Chase. He thought he was like throwing up gang signs, and he just looks up over at Jamar Chase and goes like, and just starts backpedaling on that little red carpet in the draft. It's hilarious. I've watched it probably 50 times. I mean, we can still keep going about the draft though, because
Since we haven't talked about it yet.
no, we have not talked about it. Sorry, people, we have not talked about the draft. But I know my Browns are the only team to have an A+ the past 2 years in the draft.
Depends on who.
Andrew Berry is an absolute animal.
Depends on who grades it.
Andrew Berry for president. I've never seen him have below an A.
McKiper didn't give you an A. That's why I said it depends on who does it, because he only gave 3 people A's.
Mel Kiper also said Patrick Mahomes is the biggest bust in this draft. Did he give anybody an A?
3 people. I said he gave 3 an A.
Who?
Dolphins, Jets, and I can't remember who the other one is now.
Dolphins and Jets. Mel Kiper just, I don't know how he... Did you ever hear the story how Mel Kiper got that job?
I know it was 1984 or That's all I can remember.
He just kept, when the internet, he just was posting from his basement.
He's
How
making
the
plenty of
hell
money
does
doing
he? But he sucks.
They all suck.
Except Daniel Jeremiah. He's pretty on point. He got 25 or 126 of the top 150 right. Not in the position, but he had the top 126 going that went in 150. That's ridiculous. Did you look up that Zach Wilson video
Yeah, I just watched it.
where he just was like,
It's kind of.
and he just kind of backed up like, don't want any part of this. But he seemed like a cocky little bastard. Let's go back to your boy, Jamar Chase, saying he's going to break every record there is.
Be confident.
All right.
I'm not mad about it.
Be confident.
I'd rather
What did he do last year?
So everybody wants to take Sewell. What did he do last year?
That's big. But is he coming out saying, I'm going to be the greatest O-lineman ever?
No, but what's his face did?
Who?
Slater.
Stop.
Rashawn Slater.
Stop. I don't care who it is. I don't care if my Browns drafted him and they were saying stupid shit like that.
I'm alright with the confidence as long as he doesn't get cocky. Be confident.
When
not
he's
cocky.
doing, and then saying breaking every record, saying he should have went before he did, I'm like, how much earlier could you have gone, bro?
4 is about it. And Kyle Pitts was there. It was just a.
I mean,
it was just a mismatched nightmare.
should your Bengals have gone O-line and then went after Julio?
No.
Because the contract?
You're still paying Julio like $20 million.
Yeah, but
Jamar Chase's whole contract is.
You ain't paying your quarterback.
Jamar Chase's whole contract's only like 29.
But you're also not paying your quarterback anything.
Right.
So, I mean, you could afford him and then when Burrow's time's up, then Julio's going to be like, you're the only guy on campus.
Here's how I look at it. Reeves, I think, is going to be just fine at right tackle. We in the offseason, we got Frank Pollock, who is touted as one of the best offensive line coaches in all of the NFL. And everybody gets mad at the Jackson Carman pick because he was a tackle. And they're talking about all these deficiencies. But we didn't draft him as a tackle. We drafted him as a guard, which is going to make those inefficiencies go away. Because he's not going to be out there on that edge. I think if that's who Frank Pollock wants, I'm going to give him a chance. We don't know. Nobody ever knows what's going to work and what isn't going to work. So, I'm okay with it. Right. You never know. So, I'm okay with it. We'll see how it goes.
I'd rather you guys have Julio.
Because I think
Because I think Ravens are going to go after Julio.
I don't think so.
I'd rather you guys have Julio.
I don't think they're going to go after Julio.
Actually,
Because they're getting ready to pay Lamar Jackson a whole crap ton of money.
Who?
Lamar.
Are they?
Yeah. John Harbaugh already said we're going to pay him.
Call me a diehard Browns fan, a team homer. Still not sold on Lamar Jackson. I don't. What about you?
He'll win you some games, but
Well, yeah, he's gonna win you games because
I just don't think he's ever going to.
he got the most rushing yards and
He's not going to get you that chip. I think he's going to get you the chip.
wait till he starts slowing down. Speaking of, Michael Vick running a 4.72 at age
At
40.
Right.
That's faster than both of our quarterbacks ran it in their prime.
It's like still like a full second faster than Tom Brady when he was 21.
No one's arguing that Tom Brady was ever fast. You could time his 40 with a sundial.
What was Peyton Manning's?
Minute 6.
4.8.
Huh?
Tom Brady was 5.28. He was a 4.8.
Mannion was a 4.8 40.
Yes.
I think Baker Mayfield was like a 4.72. Don't tell me Peyton Manning's faster than Baker Mayfield. Was it a 4.82?
4.81.
What just happened? Was this at the combine or was this in a pro day?
Baker's was
'Cause
at
there's a big difference.
Baker's was at the combine.
Something ain't right. You're telling me fairy tales right now. Peyton
That was at the combine. It was at the 1998 combine. So Peyton Manning ran a faster 40 time than Baker Mayfield, yes.
Oh my god.
Ben Roethlisberger ran faster than both of them.
That almost makes sense because he wasn't always built like an offensive lineman.
He ran a 4.75. It's not like it was that much quicker, but
Hey, you want to know who's the fastest guy in the NFL right now?
Eli was 4.92. Eli was slower.
I mean, I'm not shocked on that one. But you want to know who the fastest guy in the NFL is right now? Anthony Schwartz. Who got him? The Cleveland Browns. What, he run a 4.2, 4.23 or something stupid? Put that bad mamma jamma.
4.26. Unofficial at Auburn's Pro Day.
I thought I saw it.
John Ross ran a 4.22 at the combine.
But this bad boy,
John Ross was a pile of poo.
you put him with Jay was. You put him with OBJ, Hollywood Higgins, my boy Juice, DPJ, bro. Good luck. Good luck. My team is stacked.
Until Aaron Rodgers comes to the AFC.
Officially just got voted the best roster in football, even over Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know. Still got Kansas City in the AFC.
No, get
What's
it.
upgrading their line?
Hey, hold on. Who's got a better offensive line?
Just because you were rated last year.
No, right now. Who's got a better offensive line?
With who the Chiefs picked up? I think
Yes.
the Chiefs. They picked up Tooney and they got Brown.
Brown's a legitimate argument.
Tooney is the best guard in the league.
No, he's not. Eat a dick. It's Joel Bitonio. Eat a fat load and swallow that shit and like it.
I think Kansas City's line's better. You're right there. It's not like it's a big difference, but
Wide receiving core.
who has a better wide receiving core? Just depends. Who's throwing the ball? Aaron Rodgers didn't have one, and he threw for more yards than Baker. So, I mean, it just depends.
Why? Because we have running studs. That's why. We have. Who has a better wide receiving core? Us or Kansas? I don't care if you say Kansas.
You guys have a better wide receiving core.
Who has a better running backfield?
You have a better backfield.
Okay.
But they have a by far better quarterback.
Who has a better defense?
Who won the game last year?
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Who won?
Don't go there. Because if I have to hear this stupid shit with bad calls and all this, you know damn well we should have won that game. And Bruce Arians even said, "Thank you, Cleveland, for exposing Kansas City on how to win and what they do in the Super Bowl."
Against a hobbled quarterback that lost both its tackles. They lost their two best linemen, and he was hobbled.
Look at what the Browns did, and we only had a full O-line for 3 games.
You also didn't have to go against Holmes half the game.
Boo, 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 boo. We had to, what?
You also didn't have to go against Mahomes half the game.
What I'm saying is we didn't have that offensive line for a majority of the season, and still look what we did with the offense. In the playoffs, went up 28-0 against Pittsburgh in a playoff game. Doesn't matter. Don't get me started on this. The Browns, after this draft, have moved into the number 5 position in the power rankings. This is where, hey, Caleb, this is when I'm going to tell you, your Pittsburgh dropped like 14 positions in the power rankings after the draft. I think they're like 20th, bro. Pittsburgh's like ranked 20th in the power rankings.
Talking about having a bad offensive line, they thought getting a running back is going to help their offensive line.
What'd I say? Oh, but by the way, because I said they should have got like Trey Sermon in the 3rd round. Where did he go? Did he even get drafted?
Yeah, Trey Sermon went to San Francisco in the 2nd or 3rd round. 3rd round? 3rd round, I think.
I'm glad you mentioned San Fran. They moved up to 6 in the power rankings after a draft.
Well, I don't know about
Do you agree with that?
Their defense. They lost both of their starting defensive ends. This is what killed them.
How do you move to 6th?
Because their defense. I don't think it has anything to do with what they got on offense.
I understand moving like somewhat if you're already a legit team. But how do you move that far up? And then Pittsburgh goes to 20th. I understand that because Pittsburgh knew it was bad when they extended Rudolph right before the draft. Who extends Mason Rudolph?
They needed a backup. Like a Big Ben. Well, I got Dewey. But
Why couldn't you go get Teddy Two Gloves?
for a 6th round pick and you only got paid $3 million of a salary.
Pittsburgh, what the hell you doing? Like, I listen to Cleveland radio nonstop.
But it's probably
And they're like, how do you go from everyone is trying to figure out how Pittsburgh always got it right to the past 2 years, and they're like, that might be the dumbest organization I've ever seen.
because they're hanging on to Big Ben. That's why.
And
Should've
that's
just got
and
rid
that's
of him.
sad when Cincinnati doesn't even have an indoor facility to practice in. And you're considered the dumbest organization for the past 2 years. And then we go from going into the 5th team in the power rankings to Browns are the top 5 teams to land A-Rod. I'm not going to say anything right now. If you were a Browns diehard fan, would you trade for A-Rod?
Yeah.
Explain.
So I think he would put you over the top to where you get that Super Bowl.
Okay, in the next, 3 years? As opposed to maybe having an elite quarterback for the next 15?
That's if they consider Baker Mayfield elite over Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't.
No one's saying Baker as of right now. Hey, has he surpassed any quarterback ever in his first few years? Yes. Ever. Yes. So why would you trade for A-Rod saying that we might get a Super Bowl in the next 3 years, but we might get a Super Bowl for the next 15.
So you're saying Justin Herbert's the best quarterback of all time because he broke the rookie record?
That's after his first year. I'm saying no one can judge a quarterback. After RG3, he was considered, oh man, that might be the best rookie quarterback ever. No. But now that Baker has had 3 years, and he surpassed Tom Brady, Peyton for these stats, why would you trade for maybe the next 3 years we might win a Super Bowl when you can still be...
Did you say why? Because you don't have a Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I think that's why they would
He doesn't get us a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. We're back to square one. We went through 25 years of shitholes.
You could go back to square one.
You could possibly win a Super Bowl for the next 15, or you could possibly win for the next
You're
3.
saying Baker Mayfield's going to be that great the rest of his career? You're assuming there also.
Yeah.
And you're about to start paying him.
You're
also going to have to start paying him $40-some million a year.
He was dealt a pile of shit and beat the rookie record. Then downslope because we've had now 3 coaches in 2 years. This year right here is the only time he's had the same coach for 2 years in a row.
I'd still trade for the NFL MVP.
I think that's ridiculous.
He can get an NFL MVP.
That's dumb.
With half the weapons that Cleveland has.
That's dumb. Dumb.
Well, everybody gets paid a lot more money. Think it's not dumb.
Well, it's not. And you're also saying that Baker had a ton more weapons, but then OBJ was hurt, Jarvis was hurt, Hollywood Higgins only started I think 2 or 3 games, and then he had rookie wide receivers. This is his first year back with the same.
Your defense is better than Green Bay's?
And our defense, okay, first of all, our defense was trash. I think Green Bay's was too.
But they don't have any weapons either, and they have the number 1 offense.
Okay, how far did Aaron Rodgers make it?
The NFC Championship.
Yeah. And we were a bad call away from the AFC.
Okay, and they were a retarded coach away from being in the Super Bowl. They took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands and gave it to Tom Brady. All Tom Brady had to do was get a first down in the game, and they just gave it back to him. But you know it's Tom Brady, right?
But you said
he's already got 6 of those things, right?
You said it was a stupid coach. We had a rookie coach, and was only 1 bad call away from making the AFC Championship against who? You said has the best roster in football.
I didn't say they had the best roster in football. I said they had the best quarterback in football.
You also who has a better roster than Kansas City?
I said you had a better. I said they had a better offensive line and a better quarterback. You had the better wide receivers. I said you had a better defense.
I'm saying.
So how did I say they had the best roster? All I said was best line and quarterback.
I said the Browns has been now officially saying that they have the best roster. You said no, and I said better than Kansas City. You said no. Who has the best roster?
I didn't say you don't have a good roster.
No, I said who has the best roster.
I don't know.
Because 2 episodes ago you said Kansas City.
No,
because they are
2 episodes ago they had no offensive line. They didn't. That's before they even traded for Brown.
Nope. Because that was when you were like, "Oh, they got so and so and so and so." I'm like, because I was the one who said I don't agree with the Browns having the best roster.
They got Tooney, they got Brown, and they drafted arguably the best center in the draft. I think they have a better offensive line. That's just my opinion. I think they have a better offensive line. I think they have a better quarterback. I said you have better wide receivers. I said you had a better defense.
And I'm asking you, who has the best roster in football? In your opinion?
Tampa Bay.
They have all the returning players. What was it? All 22?
Yeah, all 22 starters. Plus Antonio Brown.
Because of somebody who was on Mike and Mike in the morning comes down there and is all of a sudden a genius.
Who? What do you mean?
Mike Greenberg. He's their salary cap guru. You didn't know that?
From ESPN?
Yeah.
He's whose salary cap guru?
Campus.
How can he? He can't work for a team and work for ESPN. He's with the Jets. The Jets are his favorite team. That's all he talks about is the Jets.
I know. Unless it's a different Mike Greenberg.
It's probably a different Greenberg. Because I doubt that.
If that, then I was just mind blown for no reason.
Probably.
Because they have the same exact name.
Because Mike Greenberg talks about he don't understand half the shit he's talking when it comes to that stuff.
Please look that up because that'll make sense to me. I hope you're right. He came down here and they said he was just an absolute genius. And that's how he got everybody to get
You're talking about their GM? Or what?
I think so. Either way, I'm not trading for...
Their GM is Jason Licht.
Okay, well then it's someone else. But either way, I'm not trading Baker for Aaron. 5 years ago, yeah. But
no, it's a Mike Greenberg. It's just not the Mike Greenberg.
Does it have a picture of him?
No, not yet.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, make sure that's not it. I like Villanueva again. He was like the
Paul
Malu was the only
Yeah.
Pittsburgh player I like. Now it's Villanueva. Now he's back to.
It's this Mike Greenberg.
My mind's just been blown because I'm like, how's he doing both? That's just ridiculous.
Because he's not.
Well, at least I know I was right about the name.
Total wrong person.
Did you see what Villanueva said though? Because now he's in.
Talking about TikTok.
I'm glad to be with an organization who's a run first because all the wide receivers are worried about
TikTok. No.
dancing on logos and TikTok. Oh. Then everyone's saying, I don't think that's a shot towards Juju. How's it not?
Who else would it be a shot against?
Because Villanueva, you knew he didn't give a shit when everyone else was kneeling in the locker room.
And he's standing out there saluting.
And he walked out to the field himself and was like, I didn't care. And he walked out there for no, I don't even know where the hell I was going.
Do you ever know where you're going?
Oh, by the way, when we started talking about drafts, hey Caleb, I was going to ask you this too. Yep. Oh, okay. Caleb's not here. Since we missed the draft and we're going on it,
We didn't miss the draft.
we didn't miss the draft, but we haven't been here to talk about the draft. I wanted to. Who's in your opinion?
Chargers was the other one he gave an A to. Chargers, Jets, and Dolphins.
Well, Mel Kiper is a load of shit. Who do you think, in your opinion, is the Bengals' worst draft pick?
This year?
No,
Or forever?
in your lifetime.
Man, we got a lot.
Your lifetime,
We got a
where
lot.
you could comprehend football.
We got a lot. But
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
I'm going to have to go with bitch-ass Kajana Carter.
Okay. I don't want to say a killer, but
Killy was bad too.
so
But we at least got some years out of him. Kajana Carter, we got a preseason. Number one overall pick. A preseason.
who the hell you think you're talking to? Browns fan.
I won't even.
You know it's
The other one I
easy
was
for
thinking
you
about-
to probably.
The other one I was
even-
thinking was Big Daddy Wilkinson because he did nothing for us, but he did have a decent career after he left
Yeah, he
us,
did.
so I couldn't.
Yeah, he did. Do you know it's easy for you. Think about me. I was born in '86.
We're the only team to ever have back-to-back number one overall picks. Until you guys. And then we're the only two teams that have had back-to-back number one overall picks.
I was trash. What do you?
But you did decent. With
I
yours.
thought you were gonna say
you did decent though. You got Baker and Myles Garrett. I don't even know what we did with our back-to-backs. I'll find out though while you're talking.
First of all, Baker and Miles might be the best ever back-to-back, which a lot of teams probably never had a back-to-back, but that's got to be number one.
There's only
Two.
two teams that have had back-to-back. We just went over that.
Oh, huh.
They're in Ohio.
Who do you think mine is?
You're
Yeah, okay, it's going to take you longer. Because, we had a rough patch. Who do you think mine is? Who do I think is the worst in my comprehension of football? First round.
Your worst first round. Manziel?
He's up there.
Brady Quinn?
There's also Justin Gilbert.
Yeah, he was bad. He stuck around for a while somehow, though. He played like 8 seasons in the NFL somehow.
Never started.
I didn't say he started. He stuck around somehow, though.
He refused to catch in his pro day. What the hell?
Because he couldn't. What do you mean? You don't go to your pro day and show what you can't do.
This dude ran
It's a pro day.
This dude ran a 4.33. Hey, won't you? Can you catch?
But he catches like
Can you catch punts?
But he catches like Featherstone off of fucking Necessary Roughness.
Great movie,
Right?
all-time classic.
You know one of our best picks? Kicker.
Nugent?
No. I'm talking about this year in the draft. I love that we picked a kicker.
Oh.
We picked the only kicker.
I'm like, did you
From
draft
Florida.
Nugent?
Dude's a beast.
You guys didn't draft Nugent, did you?
No.
Or was
Jets.
that drafted?
Jets drafted Nugent.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. He was with the Jets first.
Is he with Mangold?
Mm-hmm.
Mangold's him.
Talking about taking
I
off.
would drink beer with that dude.
You know that year that Mangold got drafted, the Jets picked the Brickishaw Ferguson and Mangold in the first round. That's how they went to back-to-back AFC championships right there with Mark Sanchez butt fumble.
Who's the dude that Jets drafted that was just like popcorn muscles but sucked? Is it Golston? Golston?
Auburn and Golston.
Yeah. Yeah. He looked like Terry Crews out there, but was trash.
Back-to-back. Oh. You want to know what our back-to-back number one overall picks were?
Probably, well, they're not as good as ours. I can tell you that.
Kajana Carter.
Yeah.
And Dan Wilkinson. That was right.
Ohio football team. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, probably in Ohio as of right now. All 6 of you. Ohio pro teams.
Fuck that dude.
Really shit the bed.
Same-
Not as much.
same draft.
Not as much as Caleb.
With the same draft, we got Big Daddy Wilkinson. We drafted Kimo Van Ornhoffen. The one that snapped Palmer's leg when he was with Pittsburgh. That was
I saw that. Oh, yeah. Also, AB went back to Tampa.
That's what I said. They got all 22 starters plus AB.
Yeah, because AB wasn't considered a starter.
Man, the 1998 draft, we should have had a good defense. We got Spikes, Brian Simmons, and Artrell Hawkins on our first 3 picks.
Speaking of Ohio shit in the bed, hey, what's the record for our Reds? 14-15, right, and they're playing Cleveland right now.
Well, maybe.
Oh, rain delay.
It was a rain delay earlier. I'll tell you as soon as this loads.
We started off saying we are 6-1.
Why are we talking about the Reds? What happens every time we talk about the Reds?
Well, Vano's out. Like,
That might be okay.
We
though.
might have a
Votto hasn't been hitting very well, and his defense is ball sacks.
Cleveland Indians are on. Indians?
They're still Indians this year. It's after this year they're not called Indians anymore.
I'm allowed to say Indians. Okay.
I'm your brother.
We have records. We're allowed to say Indians. We have a chance against them because they have no offense. We have only offense. So it may be like a basketball score against the Ohio MLB teams.
It is 0-0 in the top of the first. They're finally playing.
Hey, we're not losing.
It's the top of the first.
Let's win this and go 500, Reds. Do you know we're first in the National League at batting average? And we're 14-15.
Yeah, but what's our ERA?
Is it? I wasn't going to discuss that. Okay? Some shit just don't make sense.
Because our bullpen is...
Tell me the last time that wasn't the problem.
What, pitching?
That our bullpen wasn't the problem.
When we had Matt Latos and Johnny Cueto and
Oh, 2003.
Edison Volquez. But our offense averaged like...
Oh, you mean when I was in high school?
But our offense averaged like 1.8 runs a game. We had absolutely no offense the entire time we had those guys.
Nothing ever makes sense.
And then right after we got rid of them, we had major offense and no pitching.
Speaking of...
That was loud.
That was loud. Speaking of making sense, Shaq gave his top 5 best players as of right now. Did you see that?
I don't know about Shaq, but did you see
I saw
Dr. J?
Dr. J's. I'm not going to go there because...
Whether you hate the man or not, you know he's in the top 10.
You know the old school mentality thing.
I know. I understand. But here's the best...
Because also...
The funniest part about that is that he said...
Magic Johnson gave his too, and he wasn't in there. And then someone else.
Top 10? You're talking about top 5. Dr. J gave his top 10 and he wasn't in it.
He probably hates his ass.
You know why he said that, though? You know what his explanation was?
Well...
He said LeBron created super teams.
Yeah.
But last time I checked, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce were the first ones. That was before LeBron.
Well, that was before there was recruiting. It happened.
They recruited.
Okay,
Garnett and Ray Allen.
I'm gonna give you Shaq's top. Steph. Okay. Okay.
Steph's a great shooter, but he's not top 5 all time.
No,
My opinion.
now.
Oh, that's in the NBA
It's
right
now.
now. Oh, okay.
Steph. I don't want to give Steph any fucking credit. He beat my. I'm a Cavs fan.
Well,
Yeah, Steffi the dick.
he beat us once. The other one was Kevin. The other ones were Kevin Durant.
Well, and the fact that we didn't have Kyrie or Love. Okay,
Right.
but
That was the one time he beat us when he was by himself. So we didn't have.
Steph. Number 1. Lillard.
I like Lillard. I like Dame.
I love Lillard. 5.
But right now you just put.
Hold on. I don't, just let me. LBJ, KD, and Embiid. There's one that just screams to me. How do you not have him in there?
How do you not have Giannis?
I could see how he doesn't.
He's back-to-back MVP.
I could see how he doesn't because it's hit or miss. But there's one that just screams to me.
Giannis got Defensive Player of the Year too.
So you would put Giannis instead of
Embiid. Because
makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm trying to think of the point guard.
To me, Luka.
Luka's the man.
He's done things.
He's
done things that only KD and LeBron has done in his first few years.
I'd probably put Luka in over Dame.
Yeah, that was.
Luka makes everybody better.
Luka's an animal.
Like those 2 point guards they're great. They don't make other people better. Luka makes everybody better. That's why one of my favorite. That's why also one of my favorite centers is Nikola Jokic.
He's the only.
He's the man.
He's the only player in NBA history to have a triple-double with 30-plus points and 20-some assists in his first 4 years. Luka's a beast.
Triple doubles are always,
Don't give me this because it's Westbrook.
No, listen. Everybody was always like triple doubles. Man, it's a unicorn. That's awesome.
Not anymore.
Westbrook has dumbed down the triple double. Because, let me look it up. Do you know what his PER is? His player efficiency rating? Even averaging a triple double?
Would I hang out with Westbrook? I don't know. Probably not.
Now, Westbrook, I will give you this. He's probably one of the most athletic people I've ever seen in my damn life.
If he was a wide receiver in the NFL, he would be breaking some records. He's a beast.
Okay, average per, you know what that is, right? Player efficiency rate. 15 means your average. His is only 18.94, averaging 21.8, 11.4, and 11.4. That tells you right there he's just doing it for the stats. He's not making everybody better. That's not what he's doing.
You could also look at it the other side too. He could be just for the fact that it's a default, so he will pass, and then they might score. He could be making them better. Yeah.
He's too busy in there trying to get rebounds. I want my point guard to be out here so somebody else, my big man, gets the rebound. Bam, gets out of him on the run. He's getting the rebound. Yeah, he's going on the run, but you're letting everybody else get down there too. That's not helping the team.
I mean, I don't know.
That's
He's
just
an
what
athletic freak. Like, we would take him on any team. You're not an NBA team fan. You're an LBJ fan. So you're but
I like Kevin Durant too. I mean, he gets a little sensitive way too often. But they all do now. But
I'll tell you right now, I'd almost take Westbrook. Talent-wise.
But
I would take Westbrook over KD because KD is just...
If he went ball hall...
His Velcro. He looks like Mayweather's hairline.
OKC would have had a championship if it wasn't for Westbrook. Him taking the big shots at the game when he shoots.
Or if they would have played
or if
Braveheart.
they would have kept Harden.
Harden.
Kept that
If
three
they would have played
Kept that
Harden
three
more.
together.
Yeah. That would have been.
I like Harden now more that now he went to the Nets. Because now he's acting more like a point guard. He's not just driving to get a foul every fucking play.
And he's not.
I could not stand watch.
He's not at the Golden Corral every Tuesday.
I
and
could not
Thursday.
watch him with Houston. I could not watch Houston games.
But do you have to be the man in Houston?
I don't blame him because he was getting the calls. I don't blame him for that. But the fact that's all it was. He was jacking up a 35-footer, or it went and got fouled, and it was nonstop, and it was only him.
Look who he's got now. He doesn't have to.
And that's why he never went anywhere in the playoffs because of the way he played.
Well,
Because they don't call all those fouls in the playoffs. They let you bang a little bit in the playoffs. What is?
Hey, I'm gonna call Mom real quick. So keep talking about something. Let's see if she's there. And I'm gonna give her the more than likely. Do you remember a couple of the more than likelies?
Some, not really.
I'll just keep.
Wish I could see his per for every season, but it's not letting me see that for some odd reason.
I will. We're calling my mother.
Hello?
Hey. We're live on the podcast, so don't say anything stupid.
Quit screaming.
Okay, well, I'm in the vehicle picking up your daughter. So is that bad?
Where? I don't even see your face.
Sorry. I'm driving.
Oh, sorry. I was just looking up the back of your tailgate. That was all. Now your elbow.
Now my elbow.
This is what happened when you're almost 60 years old and you're trying to FaceTime. I still can't see your face. All right, we're going to ask you a few questions, and you got to pick me or Dick.
Okay.
You got to pick me or Dick, and we're live.
Why are you screaming?
All right, so me or Dick, who would be?
Oh, keep thinking they're dying because I'm leaving.
Oh, never mind. It's not going to be quiet.
All right, listen. Daddy's talking to me, so you cannot say one word. Okay, she says.
All right, me or Dick, who would be more likely to get caught fornicating in a retirement home?
You.
Okay.
Somebody voted for me. Who
Are
was
you
that?
podcasting? What part did you not understand? Now we got it.
Who, if you were to get arrested, who would you call? Who would you call to come bail you out?
Oh, I mean, that would be either one of you. I'm sure either one of you would come.
Who would be more likely to answer their phone?
Either one of you. Probably you. Richard puts his phone on Do Not Disturb after a certain time at night, and he truly does not answer. Because I've tried a few times. What do you think you do, boy?
Trying to see.
Who would be more likely to get in a fight at a family reunion?
Between the two of them, both of you, but that's not happened. Just so you knows.
Did we get in a fight at a family reunion?
What do we get for a family reunion? Did we fight each other?
No, vacation, family reunion, whatever.
Did we fight each other?
We argued. You don't remember? Y'all just don't remember that?
I don't remember fighting at a family reunion.
No,
All
it
right.
was on vacation, but
So-
to me it's the same thing. We had all kinds of family there.
If you were to get a call from county jail before they said the name, who would it be?
Is it your dad? Huh?
I was going to say,
Say again?
if you got a collect call from the county jail, whose name would be first to pop up in your mind?
Between you two?
Yeah.
You.
Okay, can we stop saying me? No matter what the next one is, can you say Dick maybe?
If that's, you told me to pick who I thought, not who you want.
What was? Do you remember one, Dick?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Crap. There was something like if someone was to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel.
I guess we already know that answer.
Who would it be?
You can't even say it.
Who would it be? Hey, I could have made a cookie. A cookie.
Did you say a pookie?
I don't know. I mean, you both are smart, but I would say your brother would probably put an effort into it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna say it out there. I got 3 books on Amazon.
What?
I got 3 books out there on Amazon Prime. You guys can purchase. Just saying it.
That you wrote?
You do. Children's book that you
You don't have to say I had to illustrate it.
You drew
I could've
pictures.
just-
You drew the pictures. You didn't write
That's not a
nothing.
Nobel
You
Prize.
did. Do you remember the? Do you remember any other ones?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. You're the one that was supposed to go get these cards before we started.
I know. I dropped the ball on this, but we started late, and we appreciate it. You're going to be on YouTube here soon.
You sure that's all you want to ask me, or should I just?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not asking you anymore.
Did Jeremy stab me with a pencil?
Did I stab Dick with a pencil at one time?
I'm sure you did.
Oh, she don't even
And he's
remember
choked you. And he's choked you out, when you was a kid. He said he
Oh
was
yeah,
done with you.
yeah. She tells me all the time. When I was 3 years old, she walked in on the bunk beds and you were choking me.
Choking
I'm
me.
a 3-year-old child.
I was smothering you.
Oh, he said it was smothering.
Yeah, it was a pillow. He's right. It was a pillow. You were probably 4. He was probably 8. He was done with you. So, yeah. Yep. So y'all are even, maybe.
You would have
Both are
smothered
alive.
yourself.
Well, I stabbed him with a pencil, ladies and gentlemen, and he tried to kill me when I was 4.
He could have got lead poisoning. Oh, I'm in the wrong way. Whoopsies.
She's always taking up for your ass.
I could have
You tried to-
got lead poisoning.
You
It was
tried
right
to-
in there.
You tried to kill me, and I stabbed you with a pencil, and she's like, well, he could have gotten lead poisoning.
It could have gone either way for both of you. I'm just saying. You both have done things to each
I was
other.
4 under a pillow.
And you also took up for your brother and took a wrench to somebody that you thought was hurting your brother when you were 2. You were still in diapers.
That was a good story, too. I wasn't 2.
He was older than 2.
I was older than 2, because I remember it. I don't have memory when I was 2. I
Well, I
remember.
hope you weren't older than 2 because I could have sworn
Oh,
you
he
were in
was.
diapers.
Oh, he was about.
Oh,
he was about 6.
Yeah,
5
I
or
was about
6.
6 or
He
7.
was in school.
All right.
Well, you did too.
Goodbye
You took
before
a
these
wrench to
stories.
somebody and
Before.
and you
Yeah.
made him bleed. And I have.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mom.
But you
Goodbye.
took it up for your brother. That was good.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't now, but goodbye. You got 1 vote, and it was for the one being smarter.
We did say you were the dumb one when we started this podcast.
No, we didn't say I was the dumb one. You and Caleb just happened to agree that I was the dumb one.
That's how democracy works.
So she gave us some stories to talk about. Wrenches and pencils and smothering and... But we're going to finish it off with a random ass... Unless you got anything else to say. Well, good talk.
Trying to think of... There was a story I was going to talk about, and I can't remember what it was now. Earlier. I was like, we'll save that for later.
Was it talk about your third nut or...
I don't have a third nut anymore.
Anymore. Okay? We're just going to leave that cliffhanger, huh? No more third nut.
What about-
We didn't even talk about...
We didn't talk about Amir Garrett getting suspended for 7 games either.
Well, we have talked about Amir Garrett for like probably 50% of our podcast because I love that guy. Him taking on the whole Pirates and...
Well, because of that mentality, now he gets suspended for 7 games.
Might be the last name. I don't know. So, random, do you know the old saying rigor mortis when you die?
No. It's not an old saying. It's the truth. But
Well, a lot of people probably don't know that term, rigor mortis.
they don't know.
You think a lot of people know that?
Yes.
If you do, I apologize for thinking you all were stupid. All 6 of you. So when males hang themselves, there is a rigor erectus. And supposedly, if a male hangs himself, he gets the hardest hard-on of his life. The rigor erectus.
So you're saying some females are necrophiliacs?
So go ahead and Google image.
I'm not Google imaging anything.
Rigor
about an erect
rigor
penis.
erectus.
No, I'm not.
Do it. Do it.
No, you got a phone. You do it.
You're on my wife's iPad. You do it.
No.
So when she gets on, please do it. Please do it.
Why?
Please do it.
I don't want to look at a penis.
There's like stretchers going out to the ambulance, and there's a pitch in the old.
It's called the death erection on Wikipedia.
I like that word better. Death erection. There's such thing as a death erection. I thought it was rigor erectus when they're. Yes, you see. Yes.
No, I didn't.
You're just laughing.
I didn't go to images. I'm just reading the. It's called a death erection.
Go to Google Images, leave it, and then shut the computer. So when she. No. It's a true story.
I'll show you what popped up when I put
Rigor erectus.
We got
There's a
frogs that are being dissected.
There's a rope full of ears.
Right. A noose?
Right here.
Yeah, that one.
Look at this! Look at this!
What's this?
Okay, well, we can't talk about that because we'll get canceled. I don't know why would it? Okay. Cancellation. We can't. No. Stop trying to scroll to it. Look, look, there's even circling. It's true. It's true. If you're a male and we don't.
What was that?
We don't. I'm trying not to get canceled. If we don't recommend it, if you're going to do something to yourself, just know the last image that people are going to see is a rigor erectus.
Or if you put just death erection in.
Or the last thing people are going to see is a death erection. I don't like what you're doing. Okay.
What
that happen?
I don't know what that is.
If you're above the age of 18 and you want to put in death erection,
Go to Google Images, you'll find some.
don't. I mean, you can. This. What is that? British man hospitalized with 2-week erection.
Oh.
I swear to God. I will end it with the erecto erectus or whatever I said at the beginning. Rigor erectus, because I couldn't deal with that.
For 2 weeks straight?
All right.
How much Viagra did he take?
What is going on? What are auto-erected? Okay. We went down a rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do the same thing we're doing. What is... No.
Just quit.
Okay, after you listen to every minute of this podcast, just go to Google and look up death erections or whatever he said. Where can they find us, Caleb?
Good job, Caleb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have no idea.
You can find us at YouTube at Garrett's Don't Care or any of your podcasting places that you like to get your podcast
Yeah,
at Garrett's Don't Care.
We're on a lot of places, but please go to YouTube.
And subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Don't even have to listen. You can go somewhere else and listen. But just go to YouTube and like, subscribe. Help us out.
I gave him a Google image. Just go. Make sure you subscribe and like, and we'll catch you next time.
Did he put a handcuff up his dick hole?